Good morning students, welcome back. Today we will continue our chapter number 2, Geography, Inside Our Earth. In our previous class we studied about the different layers of the earth, the structure of the earth along with video, and today we are going to continue the same with the different types of rocks and minerals, its usefulness as well as rock cycle. Today also I am attaching a video related to this topic. So why to waste time? Let us see, let us go, let us understand, let us study. Let us continue our chapter, that is Inside Our Earth, part 2. In our previous class we have studied about the structure of the earth. Hope you liked the video and understood the concept as well. Today we will see another concept related to inside our earth. Materials of the earth's crust and rocks we are going to see. Now the earth's crust is made up of rocks which vary in color, size and texture. Now the crust of the earth where we live, lithosphere, it is made up of rocks. What else can be found? Along with the rocks which vary in color, size and texture. So it may be of different color, maybe of different size as well as texture, rough or smooth. It is made up of different minerals. We have already studied silica, alumina, then iron, nickel. So these are all considered as the minerals. So the rocks also made up of different minerals. They do not have definite chemical composition. They do not have definite, itna hi, particular, they don't have chemical composition. Rocks are generally solid masses. Yes, rocks always image comes to our mind that it is a hard material, not the soft one. And it is used for making roads, houses and buildings. So these are the usefulness of rocks where we can use, especially for making the roads and for building the houses and buildings. Let's continue. Minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances having physical and chemical composition. So we are talking about coal, we are talking about iron. So these are all considered as minerals. So where we can find all these things? Inside our earth, isn't it? So mining activities, through mining activity we can explore, we can extract the minerals from inside the earth, that too deep inside the earth. Even the gold, silver, these are all obtained from the nature. So through mining activity we are extracting it. So these minerals they are naturally occurring substances having physical and chemical composition. They provide us metals and chemicals. Metals, gold is considered as metal. So, and chemicals, sometimes you can say lime and lime is a chemical. They are non-living solid substances. So, non-living as well as solid. Where they are used, these minerals are used in industries. Which type of minerals are used in the industries? It may be iron, aluminium, uranium, etc. These are all the minerals normally used in the industries. And minerals are also used as fuels. It may be coal, petroleum, natural gas. So ultimately they are all considered as the minerals. Now we are going to see the types of rocks. Mainly, there are three types of rocks. One is igneous rocks, igneous. Second one is sedimentary rocks, and third one is metamorphic rocks. Now we will see one by one in detail. Let us see first one. As I told you, igneous. 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 Sedimentary. And third one is metamorphic rocks. First one, igneous rocks. Let's study more about it. The term, what does it mean? Igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, it meaning fire. Formed by cooling and solidification of magma. So magma, as and when the volcanoes broke out, volcanoes comes out from the earth's surface, slowly and slowly it cools down, and as and when it cools down, it forms, it becomes solid, solidification, it becomes hard, and in this way igneous rocks are formed. It is also known as primary rocks. So one thing is very important. Which rock is also called as primary rocks? It is nothing but igneous rocks. So once again, why it is called as igneous? It's derived from the Latin word ignis, means fire, formed by the cooling and solidification of magma, and also known as primary rocks. You can see this type of rock. The picture, you can see this is igneous rocks. Okay, can we move? So here the image has come first. Let us see. First of all, we will know about it. The two types of igneous rocks. Now igneous rocks, again there are two types of igneous rocks. One is extrusive igneous rocks found on the earth's crust. Normally, if the velocity of or speed or of the volcano is huge or velocity is more, then the lava comes out or the magma comes out from the earth crust and it spreads everywhere. And after some time, when it comes to the contact of nature, it slowly cools down and thereby becomes solid rock, and such type of rocks are called extrusive igneous rocks. We will see this in video later. And the second one is intrusive igneous rocks. Sometimes what happens when the volcanoes comes out inside the earth, so its force reduces, and because of that it remains inside, and after some time it becomes slowly it cools down and once again it solidifies and forms rocks, and the rocks formed in this way are called as intrusive igneous rocks. So intrusive igneous rocks found inside the earth's crust, for example granite, it remains inside, whereas the extrusive igneous rocks it found on the earth crust, that is basalt is a type. Now the second type of rock we are going to study is sedimentary rocks. First one is igneous rocks. Okay, two type of igneous rocks, intrusive and extrusive igneous rocks. So it is also called as primary rocks. Now the second one is sedimentary rocks. In the image you will be able to see this rock. Now rocks are constantly broken into smaller fragments tukda, and carried away by the wind, water and the ice, and are deposited either on the seabed or land. Very simple. Rocks are, it may be huge size, but after so many years it breaks into many smaller fragments or part, and slowly these smaller parts are being carried away either by the wind or by the wind, water, or by the ice, and ultimately deposited either on the land. If it is through air, then or through wind, it normally deposits on the land. But what about water? If that small fragment of the rock, if it is carried through the water or ice, ultimately it settles down on the seabed. These rocks are formed generally underwater and are called sedimentary rocks. Okay, they are formed normally underwater and are called sedimentary rocks. Formed by the deposition and compression of sediments. Sediments what? So आज कुछ डाला and after some time again उसके ऊपर one more layer and third layer, fourth layer, and after some time it becomes compress very close में होता है, and that is called compression, formed by the deposition. First of all deposits and afterwards, say for example क्या होता है, let me explain it in हिंदी. अगर एक बेंच में क्या होता है कि नॉर्मली हाउ मेनी कैन सिट, तो नॉर्मली हमारे स्कूल में अगर होता है तो 3 मैक्सिमम कैन सिट, एडजस्ट करके कैसे भी करके करेंगे. इफ़ आई आस्क यू पीपल टू सिट 5 इन अ वन पर्टिकुलर बेंच, तो फिर आप एक दूसरे को दबा दबा के करते हैं ना, तो क्या हो जाता है, दबाते हैं तो कंप्रेस हो जाता है. से फॉर एग्जांपल आपके बैग, स्कूल बैग, सो अगर स्कूल बैग का कैपेसिटी इतने बुक्स के लिए उतना है, कंफर्टेबली आप बुक रख सकते हो, बाकी स्टेशनरी आइटम्स अच्छे से रखते थे, और उससे कैपेसिटी से ज़्यादा जब अगर आप भरते हो तो क्या होता है, दबा के भरते हो, तो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज कंप्रेस करते हैं. सब जगह से ऐसे उसका कोना वोना सब ऐसा मुरझा जाता है और कोना सब ठीक नहीं होता है. सो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड compression. So rocks also formed in this way. Especially sedimentary rocks are formed by the deposition, first of all deposition, and afterwards compression, adjustment there. In this way the rocks are formed, sedimentary rocks. For example, sandstone. Now let's move the third one, that is metamorphic rocks. What is this? Certain igneous and sedimentary rocks get changed due to excessive heat and pressure inside the earth and undergo complete change in their form and characteristics. Sometimes what happens, it may be igneous rocks, it may be sedimentary rocks, it get changed due to excessive heat and pressure inside the earth, and it undergo complete change and in their form, shape and characteristics. Okay, entirely the characteristic of a particular rock is changes because of heat and pressure inside the earth, and the rocks formed in such a way, they are called as metamorphic rocks. The change may occur in their color. Sometimes the change is only, it may be in the form of color or texture, rough or smooth, and mineral composition. Earlier it may be nickel and iron, now it is magnesium or silica, like that. Such rocks are called metamorphic rocks. For example, marble and slate. We will see this in video, don't worry. They are harder than the other rocks. Other rocks, sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks, but compared to these two, metamorphic rocks are harder. You can see this type of rocks are called as metamorphic rocks. Let's move further. Rock cycle. How we studied about water cycle. The same way we have rock cycle also. Rocks also undergo a cycle of transformation. Transformation, slowly changing from one position to another. It's a cycle. Molten magma, that is the first one. This is very important, students. Please, there may be a question related to this, and please be careful, and you may have to study maybe the whole points. Molten magma cools down and solidifies to form igneous rocks. As I told you, when the volcanoes or when the lava comes out, magma comes out, at that time, what happens? After some time, it cools down and solidifies. If it is inside the earth, then it is called intrusive igneous rocks, and if it cools outside the crust or on crust, it is called as extrusive igneous rocks. Then, in this way, igneous rocks are formed, whether it is inside or it is outside. These are, let us say it is outside, these are broken down, transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. While studying sedimentary rocks, I have explained that these are fragmented, isn't it? That is broken down. Afterwards, it is transported, these small pieces. How? Either by wind or by water or by ice. Transported and deposited. Where? Either on the seabed or on land. As I told you, sedimentary rocks are mostly formed inside the water. So, in this way, the sedimentary rocks are formed. Both igneous and sedimentary rocks are also changed to metamorphic rocks. As I told you, due to extreme heat and pressure inside earth. In that way, sometimes it changes. I said the changes may happen in their color, in their texture, isn't it? In this way, metamorphic rocks are formed. Excess heating will lead to melting rocks forming new magma. Again, this is cycle. Cycle is now repeating. Now, excessive heat inside the earth leading to forming new magma. This molten magma again cools down and solidifies to become igneous rocks. This is called, what is called? Rock cycle. Wanted to repeat it? Rocks undergo a cycle of transformation. First stage, molten magma cools down and solidifies to form igneous rocks. These are broken down, transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. Both igneous and sedimentary rocks are changed to metamorphic rocks due to high extreme heat and pressure inside earth. Excess heating will lead to melting rocks forming new magma. This molten magma once again cools down and solidifies to form igneous rocks. This is all about rock cycle. This entire process is called rock cycle. Now, the usefulness of rocks. Rocks are used in the construction of roads and buildings. They are the storehouse of fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and the rock type of any area determines the soil pattern of that area. Here you can see the picture of the magma. First of all, the volcanic, here you can see the volcano or magma. First of all, you can see from magma when it is due to inside the earth, it is very hot. Due to extreme heat and pressure, the lava comes out, volcanic erupts. Okay, and in this way the igneous rocks are formed, and igneous forms after some time, it is broken into several fragments or it is broken into pieces, and that is called sediments. Okay, slowly इतना बड़ा था तो जो अभी पीस हो गया, and afterwards again it sediments, single sediment जो एक एक टुकड़ा, नाउ एक एक टुकड़ा, 1000 टुकड़ा ऐसे मिलके बड़ा एक सेडिमेंट्री रॉक बन जाता है। एक एक टुकड़ा, 1 टुकड़ा यहाँ से आया, 1 टुकड़ा, स्लोली स्लोली टुकड़े 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 जमा होके बड़ा सा सेडिमेंट्री रॉक बनता है। एंड फ्रॉम देयर अगेन इट बिकम्स मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक, ओके, एंड due to again extreme heat and pressure it solidifies into magma. It becomes it cools, it convert it to new magma, and once again the new magma erupts from inside the earth, and again it forms igneous rocks. This is the rock cycle, and you need to draw this in your notebook. Two things: one is the structure of the earth, and this one also. One of your classmates has did, and she has done excellent work. She is none other than Shiny. Okay, others, please do it. You also are requested to or supposed to do this in your notebook. Here, this is all about the chapter. So here afterwards I'm going to attach a video related to this, whatever I have taught today, the 2 topics through video. Just go through the video, and afterwards, as I told you, it's your homework. You have to do this in your notebook. That is the rock cycle, picture of rock cycle. Thank you and have a nice time.
Rocks are everywhere. They are large and small, heavy or light, porous or dense. But rocks in some shape or form can be found all over the planet. Different types of rocks are formed in different ways. There are 3 main types of rock: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Igneous is a word that means fiery. Igneous rock is formed when magma or lava cools. Sometimes magma cools slowly underneath the Earth's surface. This forms intrusive igneous rock, like granite. Other times, lava cools when it comes to the surface in a volcanic eruption. This forms extrusive igneous rock. Some examples of extrusive igneous rock are tuff, obsidian, and pumice. Igneous rocks make up about 95% of the Earth's crust. The next type of rock is sedimentary rock. Sediment is small particles of sand, mud, and organic material that settle to the bottom of water or land areas, often lakes or oceans. Sedimentary rocks are formed when sediment accumulates over time in deposits that form layers. These layers become squeezed and compressed over time until they consolidate into a rock. Sedimentary rocks are the types of rocks in which fossils may be found, since the process of forming sedimentary rocks can preserve plant and animal remains that are deposited into the sediment layers. Some examples of sedimentary rock are limestone, shale, and sandstone. The third type of rock is metamorphic rock. The word metamorph means to change form, and metamorphic rock is rock that has been changed by extreme heat and pressure. Sedimentary rock, igneous rock, or even other metamorphic rocks can be changed by heat and pressure into new kinds of rock. Metamorphic rocks can be formed by being deep under the earth where pressure and temperatures are high, or when rock near the surface is heated up by the movement of tectonic plates or magma. Different types of rocks become different types of metamorphic rock when exposed to heat and pressure. For example, shale becomes slate. Sandstone becomes quartzite. and limestone becomes marble. Rocks are slowly but constantly changing in something known as the rock cycle. The rock cycle begins with magma, or hot melted rock, deep beneath the Earth's surface. This magma becomes crystallized, becoming igneous rock. These rocks begin to erode or break down into small pieces because of wind, water, or other forces. The small fragments of rock are carried away as sediment when water passes over them, and are deposited in layers, which eventually become sedimentary rocks. Then, some sedimentary rocks are pushed below the surface due to tectonic activity, where they are exposed to heat and pressure, transforming them into metamorphic rocks. If the rocks are buried even deeper, they may melt and form magma, starting the cycle all over again. Of course, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks can be eroded into sediment, and igneous rock can become metamorphic rock or lava. But one way or another, rocks all over the world keep changing from one form to the next.